Hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome to Aven Colony, a sci-fi settlement simulator, set on an alien world, I guess. Honestly, it kind of reminds me of the Outpost games, and I'm really excited about that, because I really loved Outpost 1 and 2, and I'm hoping that this is going to be similar. So there's a campaign mode. Looks like the whole thing's in, despite the fact that this game's in beta. I mean, it's probably just kind of like an extended tutorial for the sandbox mode, but I'm fine with trying that out. So let's see what we get. I love sci-fi games, and sci-fi like Civilization Sims-ish, I don't know, seem neat, especially when I don't have like a rival enemy coming after me. I've been playing Endless Space 2 a bunch lately, and I really love the game, but it's kind of crushing to be like, I just want to make this like utopian society, and then somebody comes in to blow me up.
Exercise to introduce you to the colony governance system.
I might have to turn off the lady's voice just because it's mostly useless. So, welcome, Governor. Let's start with the basics of controlling your colony overseer drone. Try the following. Left click and drag the ground. Move the camera with WASD. Oh, viewport scroll. Doesn't work so great when I'm in windowed. Okay, rotating the camera. Drag up and down with the right or middle. Q and E to do it on the key. There we go. Click on a building. Select it. There we go. Auto panning. Double click on a building to center on it. Double click on the terrain to scroll to that point. Home. That used to be my recording key. I'm glad I switched out of that. Nanites indicator. Nanites are self-assembling carbon metallic nanostructures used to create, upgrade, and repair everything in your colony. We have added a new indicator along the bottom of your screen. This indicator tells you how many nanites are currently in your inventory. Okay. Let's build a mine on top of the iron deposit beside your outpost. The mine will cost 15 nanites. You can pick up the mine by simply left-clicking it. You don't need to drag. Then left-click again to place. Okay. Oh, that's pretty. Changing the game speed. The simulation is paused. We'll need to unpause to complete the mine. Use the game speed controls on the left to... Okay, so we can do normal speed, 2 times speed, very fast... and back to pause. Okay, allow them to finish that. Okay, changing the game speed continued. There are many ways to change the game speed. Splash at the top of the screen will indicate the game is paused. You can click on it to unpause. Alternatively, you can use the 1 key to instantly pause the game. 2, 3, 4, or 5 to change the game speed. Okay. Seasons. Each day on Aven Prime is called a sol, but it lasts much longer than a day on old Earth. The progress bar to the left of the game speed controls shows the progress of time through the current sol. A sol is divided into 4 seasons. During winter, the sun goes down, it becomes difficult to grow food, and solar panels generate less electricity. Okay. Building tunnels. Aven's low oxygen environment requires us to hermetically seal the colony's internal atmosphere. This means that instead of roads, you will use air-sealed tunnels to connect all of your structures. So we want to select the tunnel, click and drag in place, in a line to place tunnels along the line shown. Wait for the drones to complete the construction of the tunnels. Okay. Well, this seems nice. It was a little bit blinding there, but like, whatever. I really like the 3D modeling that they've got for this. This really does remind me of Outpost, but probably a lot less merciless. Electricity indicator. The electricity indicator in the lower right corner shows your current power supply and demand. Your solar panels are generating 36 power, but the rest of your colony requires 43. As a result, your storage depot was automatically switched off. Okay, so... Oh, I see. So the storage depot is not storing anymore. Okay, so we gotta go here. Okay, power supply will be 0 in winter. Okay. All structures in your colony either produce or consume electricity. Electricity is automatically distributed through all connected structures. Tunnels are an inexpensive way to distribute electricity, so make sure to connect all of your structures with tunnels to allow the free flow of electricity around your colony. Thank you. Power shortages. If your electricity supply dips below demand, buildings will automatically shut off until the balance is restored, starting with the most distant buildings from any power source. When a building loses power, the lights at the corner of the base will flash red. As you can see, the storage depot has lost power. The mine and tunnels that we built pushed our electricity demand past our colony supply. Let's build a solar panel. This should provide enough power to keep our storage depot humming. Open the power submenu, flashing green, and place a solar panel at the location indicated. Okay, tier 1 or tier 2? I'll do tier 2. Seems more efficient. We gotta start producing some nanites, though. Now, how does the mine work? Unhappy workers, pushed on, mining rate. Okay, so we're just getting iron from it. Doesn't look like it's a resource list that I have available yet, but I'm sure it'll introduce it. We've added a new indicator just to the left of the nanite indicator. The number on this indicator shows your colony's population. The dial and its color indicate the colony's morale. That is, how happy your colonists are. As a colony grows larger, it becomes harder to keep your colonists happy. Hover over the population indicator. Now let's meet your colonists. Fortunately for us, there are dozens of tiny surveillance cameras floating around the colony right now that'll help us get a closer look. Press C for this. Well, that actually looks really nice. I like that. You can also select colonists at any time. When you select a colonist, a selection panel will appear. The panel will provide you with relevant information about that individual, as determined by our scanners. Click on a colonist.
What's up, boss?
They actually have like little portraits for each of them. I wonder how much like repetition there is. Okay, what about this lady? There we go. Happiness, consuming rice, ration packs, current destination. But you should now be familiar with the basics of the controls of the interface of the colony governance system. Please continue to the next holosim for the next part. Okay, cool. Pretty basic so far, and the tutorial seems to go pretty fast. Game might have hung though. Well, if so, not the end of the world. Okay, so the first holosim demonstrated the purpose of several indicators in your colony governance system interface. Let's take a look at the food indicator. Hover over the food indicator. Food! Your colonists need food and water to survive. As your colony expands, you'll have more energy, or more and more hungry mouths to feed. It's important to keep an eye on the amount of food and water per colonist in your colony inventory. Your food indicator shows that your current level of food per colonist is less than ideal. Your colony's food and water are stored in your colony inventory, along with all other resources that you consume and generate. Let's open up the colony control panel, which will show us the colony's current inventory. Okay, let's see, so we've done that. As you can see, your inventory currently contains only ration packs and some rice. You can mouse over any of these resources for more info. Let's close this dialogue and start growing some food. We're going to want to place a farm in the fertile area nearby. Let's start by building a line of tunnels that expand outward to this area. Oh, I see. I'm supposed to bring it all the way here. There we go. Wait for the drones to complete. Well, we might as well go up to ×3 for this. I don't know if we can fail during the tutorial. Life in Bunker had it that you'd starve to death midway through, which sucked. Okay. Building a farm. Now select a farm for placement and select corn as the crop type from the crop selector on the upper left. Note that when you do so, you'll see colored squares indicating how good each location is for growing corn. Okay, so we've got a lot of kind of mid-grade yellows and oranges, and then just red. Oh, but it's also winter. Grows crops for food, does not work in winter when the ground is frozen. Oh, this is winter here. Maybe this isn't winter. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Oh, select corn on the pane. Oh, interesting. So different things have better. Why not do broccoli? Maybe broccoli is not as good of a thing. Well, corn it is. Okay, place a farm. Allow the drones to finish it up. Okay, now that we've built our farm, let's take a look and see who's working there. Press the overlays button in the lower left corner and select the employment overlay. Okay. The employment overlay shows where our colonists live and work. The purple bars represent where the colonists live, and the green bars represent work sites. Your colonists automatically attempt to distribute themselves among the available jobs as they see fit. As you can see, your 16 colonists currently work at a construction drone station, an iron mine, and the farm you just placed. Let's tell our farm it needs lots of workers. Select the farm and change its worker priority to fill, to tell it that it may take workers from other jobs with lower priority. Okay, so we want to go... Oh, here we go. Low priority to fill. Okay. Briefcase. Fill. What did I click on then? I clicked on something else and told it to fill. But for the life of me, I have no idea. Okay, I told this one to fill. We'll just put it at normal priority. Okay. Worker distribution continued. As you can see, the available workers have now moved to the farm, which now has 5 out of 5 workers. These additional workers will make your farm significantly more productive. While we're at it, let's also reduce our food consumption. We can use the rationing social policy to force them to eat less. They won't like it, but they'll have to deal with it. It's for their own good. I mean, but we're gaining food now. Okay, so rationing. You should be familiar with the core concepts. You're now ready for the first full mission, Vanar. Ooh, fun. Yeah, that was a short and reasonable tutorial. Game always kind of freezes when I'm ending missions. It doesn't actually freeze. But I cut the recording while I wait. Okay, so now that I've got this mission fixed up, so the new mission available. Okay, here we go.
Have been informed of your arrival and are eager to see what their leader can do for them.
Okay, I'm gonna quickly go into audio. We're gonna turn off voice volume. I really don't want a person talking to me over the course of this, so I gotta build a water pump. Issued Sol 1. Okay, so the game's paused, so let's get that going. Now let's take a look at these things. So we're low on food, we're low on everything else. Okay, so we've got a water pump or an atmosphere condenser. Water from the atmosphere, less effective than a water pump, but can generate water anywhere. Oh, interesting. Okay, so if I want to build a water pump, generally we want to put it around, like, I guess one of these locations. Could put one right here, 16 water per second. Now, I'll put it over here. And let's get some tunnels to get over there. That should give us plenty of time. Okay, so let's turn up the speed. We also want to get a farm going. Farming structures, farm tier 1, greenhouse tier 1. Oh. Can grow crops at reduced efficiency in the winter. Spring. Let's just get a regular farm. What do we want to do? Broccoli? Well, do we have anything? Okay, so it looks like corn or watermelons. Looks like watermelons are pretty good. So 5.8, 6.2. 5.8, 6.2. So I'll just build a farm there. Cause yeah, I wanna get most of my basic things handled and like slowly scale up as we go along. So a park increases the air quality and entertainment morale in the surrounding area. Retail center, bar and grill. Enhancer dispensary. Let's go with one of these, maybe. Okay, so we've got the objective complete, and we get 13 nanites for it. That is one thing I'll have to pay attention to is nanite production. Okay, so copper and iron mines to extract metals. So what's this? Copper deposit. Okay. We should probably pause. Resource management? No, that's storage depot. It's residential. Mining. There we go. So I can go do a laser mine. Faster, but destroys half the materials in the process. That's terrible. Manufactures nanites from iron. Okay. Copper and Kelko sludge. Oh, we want to get one of these. Okay, so what's this? Build a farm. We get some potash and some nanites. Well, already working on that. So that'll be easy enough. I'm just going to play this normally, and as we get the little quests popping up, that'll be just useful. Shape? I have no idea. Anyway, potash and the
objectives from my team are here only to guide you.
I thought I turned off voice. That's confusing. Shouldn't be listening. Well, I guess you guys will just listen to her kind of whispering in the background. So how's life going? So that's pending construction. They're working on the enhancer. Yeah, I figured I'd work on happiness a little bit. Alright, so we have 4 workers on this. Idle. Okay, so water looks like it still might be a bit of an issue. Requires more power, though. Okay, so let's get another solar panel. Do we want to get a big one? There's geothermal. Let's pause for a second, seeing as... So we need sunlight. There's also a wind turbine. $9 for 6. 30 for 26. 12 for 8. So that's a 3 to 2. That's what? 11 to 9? And that's 10 to... No, a little bit more than 10 to 8. 15 to 13. So T2 might actually be the most efficient. Technically, geothermal would be amazing, but requires 10 workers, and we don't have that many people. How many people do we even have? We don't have that many. That's for certain. Okay, so let's go with a... honestly, let's go with a T3. 8 more for 8 more versus... No, it really does feel like T2 is probably the best. Okay. Okay, so let's turn that on. We'll have to figure out water in a second. I guess I could work on that now. Any of these? 4 workers. I'll just build there. I can always bump that off in a little bit. Okay, new mission. So, build a wind turbine. Well, it doesn't seem like location really matters that much. I'll just toss it over there. I'm not sure if we have to worry about too much of anything. But once we get this solar panel too, that'll be a good idea. We're gonna want to work on nanites next, though. I already got the mine going, so let's get a nanite processor somewhere around here. Then we might have to wait. What do we got? Habitat. Home for colonists. This comfortable residential space. More colonists than an outpost can be upgraded. Okay, overlay. How many people? Employment. So that's the Prometheus lander, 100% employed. Okay. I'm just gonna build a little bit more housing. I'm not entirely sure how we increase our overall population. Can't even check. Colony control panel. Okay, so morale is fine. Colonists. We only have 16. And that means they're maxed out, so we are gonna want this extra habitat here. Okay, cool. And it'll start synthesizing some amount of nanite for us. Slowly. We might have to sit on our laurels for much of this. But if I can get that, water going, we'll be okay. Worst comes to worst, I might, start over on the water pump. I wonder, what are the requirements? Requires a tier 2. Oh, I see. So we needed a tier 1 to make a tier 2 water pump. I gotcha. Okay, well, let's turn up the speed a little bit here. Let's get these things finished. Yeah, worst comes to worst, to make one more, okay, there we go. So we got some nanites and some pasta, and we also get some nanites and some corn because I did the mining. Okay, reward available. Ah! We're pleased with your progress and have decided to offer your colony a choice of additional resources. The nanites will help you with construction or rice or quinoa. Let's go with nanites. Oh, winter approaches, and your scanners indicate that a power failure is likely in winter unless you take steps to increase your power supply during winter. During winter, farms will not grow crops, greenhouses will grow at reduced rate, and solar panels will be halved. Okay, well, let's select a reward. Let's get some nanites here. Probably not worth it. I could almost look into, like, geothermal. Trying to think about that. So, it's fall. Hour 11. Trying to think on this one. I'm not looking too bad on food. Let's probably just start bumping up wind turbines with all that extra stuff that we got. Okay. So let's turn up the speed. See, I'm not too worried about food for a moment here. Okay. Prometheus lander and an outpost. Can I repair, morale, recycle, upgrade? No. Not too much. I'll just queue up another one of those. Okay. So, our power output's a problem. Okay, geothermal energy. We need more power. High Command would like you to build a line of tunnels out to the nearest geothermal vent. Place a geothermal generator on it. Look for steam slowly rising from a bubble puddle outside your colony. Cap that steam vent with geothermal energy generator. Don't forget to connect it. Okay, oh, let's pause. I didn't even realize it was paused. Okay, so we've kind of got that, but we kind of don't. So this is a geothermal generator. And I'm going to put this on high priority. Why is this one like 9 out of 16? Why is there... I have no idea. Well, that's fine. Okay, so we are going to have to... Oh, can I switch this off? How can I turn a place off? Electricity overlay. Is there a way to turn off a building in this game? No, it doesn't look like it. Okay, let's turn off the overlay for a moment. Geothermal should help. Luckily, we're not, like, totally starved for power. I don't like the idea of geothermal just because we don't have a whole lot of people right now. Let's see. And I'll have to work on water shortly. I'll figure that out in a bit. Okay, there we go. And we get some nanites and some extra bread. Well, at least we're doing fine on some resources. Can I... I'm gonna put some high priority on that water pump. Okay. No unhappy workers. Can I take a look at these things? Okay, so that's 100% filled and 100% efficiency. Let's set both of these to high efficiency. Everything else can kind of just operate regularly. But us running out of water is bad. Consumption 2.6 per hour, production 1.6 per hour. Isn't this supposed to have like a fair bit more production? Oh. What? Not pumping. Not needed. Oh, there we go. I'm confused. Okay. This atmospheric condenser. Okay, let's pause for a second. So, for whatever reason, it doesn't think we need the water. Okay, storage. Oh, okay. Hold all the resources. Build a mini storage depot. Okay. I have no idea. I guess that'll be fine. We're staying on top of the nanites, and the power problem isn't an issue. Okay. So that's at 20% efficiency, but that's acceptable. Do we only... Yeah, we only have 2 workers in it. Turns out geothermal might be worth it just from a sheer convenience standpoint. So this is powered on. How do I power it off? Be nice if I could figure out how to power anything off. How are we doing on this? So I'm gonna bump up the priority on this. Gonna set that to low priority. There we go. Food's looking okay. And maybe once we have this, then we can store some water. I'm not entirely sure about like half this stuff, how half this stuff works, but eventually we'll figure it out and it'll go much faster. Okay, well, we get a reward available. Let's get some immigrants. The nanites are nice, but having some people to work stuff would probably be a good idea. Maybe? Your colony is proceeding well. We have decided to grant you extra resources. Let's go immigrants, and let's hope that doesn't screw us that bad. Well, food's looking alright, and it looks like we're staying on top of our issues. Okay, new mission. Build an immigration center. Oh! Allow some of the colonists in the orbiting colony ship to migrate to your colony. Oh, so that's how you get more people. Trade hub. Well, that's neat. Let's see. Do we have any, like, particularly crappy looking parts of the environment to set down on? It probably doesn't matter that much. Okay, and we're doing okay on nanites. We should probably consider heading out to some of these mines. Question. Oh, it is 1 power for a tunnel. So, maybe it'd be a better idea if I actually started expanding some of these out. Because we've got iron, zorium, and potash. Oh, I see. Nanites and zorium generator for electricity. Okay. Well, build a habitat. And reach population of 50. Well, for starters, let's recycle this outpost. Yeah, I'm going to start moving towards these raw resources, because running out of nanites is probably going to be my biggest problem. We've still got a fair amount of copper available, but if I can get out to the potash and the other stuff, we'll be okay. Alright, so food's dropping, but that was never an issue. And it doesn't look like water's actually an issue. I think the game's just kind of lying to me. Okay. Build an intake fan. We're quickly getting to the point where the air inside our hermetically sealed colony will turn foul if we're not careful. The geothermal generator in particular will pollute the air fairly quickly. Intake fan to help filter external atmosphere and bring oxygen into your colony. Okay. So just a basic intake fan. Clean air, polluted air. I mean, it looks like everywhere is mostly fine. I'm just going to put it there. Looks like we're doing fine on power. Immigration vessel docked. 5 immigrants, 0 emigrants. Life looks to be working great. Okay, build a trade hub. Next step is to build a trade hub to allow your colony to exchange resources with the orbiting colony ship. Someday we hope to set up a vast trade network across all of Aven Prime. with all the trade hubs laying the foundation for the global economy. Alright. I'm just going to use these as a means to getting over to these mines. Yeah, our water is actually doing fine. I really wish it was more obvious that we didn't need that at all. Oh, that's okay. Can I just recycle this? Because we really don't need the extras. Okay. Population's starting to grow pretty hard, but crops are staying on top of it, surprisingly. Because everybody gets to live on melons. Let's take a look at happiness. Well, nobody's happy there, but that's because they're getting... They're getting recycled. Okay, so maybe we work on... What do we want? Retail center... Park. Well, I already made an enhancer dispensary, a bar and grill, but that requires workers. Put a park like right here. Okay, so what do we got? Upgrade the geothermal generator. And export 100 melons. Do I have 100 melons? I'm just going to assume that I got 100 melons. Okay, so let's... Sounds good to me. Okay, so geothermal. How do we upgrade? Upgrade. Extra max power costs 12 nanites. Well, we're looking fine on nanites, so we're okay. If I take a look at water... Cool, so I can build another T2. Okay, upgrade the construction drone hub. That's something here. It's probably this. Extra drone. Cost a couple of nanites. What else can we upgrade? Oh, I can upgrade the farm. Admittedly, not so helpful during the winter, but still. I'll take it. Yeah, there's no reason why I shouldn't just upgrade this farm. As many times as I possibly can. Okay, what else can I upgrade? Is there an upgrade icon anywhere? The answer does not look to be... Well, that kind of bites. Okay, so we got a new mission. Export 160 rice. Do I even have rice? Okay, how much rice do we have? I got 4. Reach population 100 and build a second construction drone hub. That's not as helpful, honestly. Okay, what is this? Oh. Versus police drones. Okay, so that's something for later. Let's look into farming, seeing as we've got more people. Let's get a greenhouse for rice. 3.4 in winter. 3.1, 3.1. Okay. I'm gonna connect that, even though I'm not actually sure if that does anything useful. But yeah, if we get a greenhouse, that way it'll be a little bit more expensive, but it seems like we're doing fine. Storage is doing okay. Average happiness is 80%. Might put some more, like, happiness inducers down. Hospital. Might not be a bad idea. Retail center might be a little bit expensive. Yeah, it looks like population is staying employed, so that's good. Okay, so let's turn this off. Might as well upgrade this. Low food. Oh, I see. We have plenty of food. It's just our population's starting to get bigger. Use potash. I could? I don't know. I'm not too worried about my population. Well, I'm not worried about my food, especially now that I've got 2 farms rolling. We should be golden. Oh, interesting. Greenhouse is self-contained. Well, that's helpful. Okay, so it really wants me to build the sea drone hub. Well, does it take any? Alright. In that case, yeah, let's build it out here. No power construction drones in range. Ah, there we go. Yeah, so we do have to build more of them just so we can actually expand our base out. I really like the land around here. It looks like eventually we could build... Ooh, that's kind of a neat thing. We could build quite the colony. It'd be nice if we could, like, introduce verticality... If, like, verticality got introduced. Not that it really matters, but it'd be neat. Okay, so let's take a look. Trade hub. You? Let's see. How do we trade? There we go. Let's see. Do we even have that much rice yet? Yes, we do. Okay, cool. So we could export 160 rice for pasta. Okay. Pick up the cargo pod. Now that we've built a second construction drone hub, select the cargo pod and press the pick up button. No drones in range. Oh. Guess I gotta do that. I might actually recycle the old drone hub. In favor of this. Did they? Yeah, they did finally recycle the other one. Okay, how are resources doing? Everything else is looking wonderful. We'll have to worry about happiness a little bit because it's starting to drop. Oh, I could always put down another park. Power is doing beautifully. Okay. So let's pick this up for some extra goodies. We got a lot of, like, interesting locations around here. Bunch of cargo pods, too. Not sure how they're lasting after all of this. But that's okay. So we've acquired that. Population's getting there. New mission available. Build a storage depot. Oh yeah. Definitely need that. Let's build a big one. Put that out there. What else is it yelling at me about? Yeah, storage is full. Well, that will take seconds. Trade vessels arrived, imported that stuff. Oh, we still gotta send out a little bit more rice, maybe. Oh, that's acceptable. Oh, I can upgrade these. At the cost like a small amount of nanites. Well, that's fine. Let me see. It'd be nice if there's a upgrade marker. So what's this do? Extra mining rate. Might not be a bad idea. Yeah, we'll think about that later. The Prometheus lander. It'd just be nice if I could actually see... Let's see, 45 out of 54. Yeah, let's boost that up. It'd be nice if I could actually see, like, here's a list of all upgradable buildings. Doesn't look like that's a thing, though. Don't have to worry about that. Drone overlay? No. No idea. Commute. Okay, so there's a commute penalty. Oh. Is it because of... So, do I need some of these things? Okay. Yeah, I'll keep this in mind. I didn't realize when it came to commute penalties, they can't just go through buildings. Okay, well that should help. Some. Yeah, I was hoping that they could just pass under buildings and stuff like that. Okay, build an energy battery. And export broccoli. I don't have any broccoli to begin with, but yeah, we can do the energy battery. Tier 1. I guess I'll just toss it here. This area is fairly fertile to begin with. Yeah, how much do we need for megastructures? This is what we need to do. So a bunch of nanites and a research structure. Well, I'll work on that later. So what is this? Oh, that's the greenhouse. Yeah, I don't want to get rid of the greenhouse. Okay, build a lightning tower. Now that you have an energy battery in place, let's place a lightning tower. This will defend your colony from the lightning strikes that can occur during the winter season. Okay. So that's under guard. If I put that, like, here or here, that'll guard the whole place. Oh, and because we've got a ton of drones, they all help to build. Awesome. It's not even that we're running at a particularly high game speed here. Well, one way or another, this is actually a beautiful stopping point. So let's pause the game and let it go. Actually, no, I was on speed 3, so I guess that was rather fast. Either way, I really like this game. It reminds me a lot of, you know, Banished, of Outpost, of, you know, pretty much any settlement simulator, colony sim type game. It's beautiful, and there's like a couple of hiccups here and there. I had a false start of this where everything lagged really bad for some mysterious reason, but all it took was restarting the game to fix the problem, so not the kind of thing that I generally complain about. But it seems to be fairly well balanced, not, you know, unfair about everything, especially once you know what you're doing. And, you know, it's just kind of a neat, fun game to, like, sit down and just kind of build an ideal space colony on an alien world. I can't wait to see more. So I guess with that, I will see you guys on the next episode of Aven Colony. And if you guys like this episode in any way, shape, or form, leave me a like, helps more than you know. And if you want to see more, hit subscribe, because I'm going to be playing more. And I guess with that, I'll see you guys next time.